Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Mr. Daily Speak English. I'm Emily, and I am really, truly, and sincerely very happy to be here with all of you today.
And I'm David. It feels great to be back with you, Emily, and with all our listeners. I'm especially excited about today's topic because I believe it is something that happens to every single person who is learning a new language.
Oh, absolutely, David. You really hit the nail on the head there. Today, we are going to talk about a very common and very relatable situation. What to say when you forget a word in English. It even happens to me sometimes in my own native language, so imagine how often it can happen when you are speaking a second language.
That's so true. It's that moment when your mind suddenly goes completely blank. You know that you know the word, but for some reason, it just refuses to come out of your mouth.
And that can feel a little frustrating or even embarrassing, especially if you are in the middle of a conversation.
Yes, exactly. Especially when you really want to express yourself clearly and smoothly.
But here's the good news. There are many simple and effective ways to handle these moments. We want to show everyone that this is completely normal and that there are tools you can use to keep your conversation going.
Exactly. We don't want anyone to feel discouraged or to stop speaking just because they can't remember one word.
Our goal today is to give you some easy phrases and practical strategies that you can use right away, even when your mind feels a little foggy.
So let's dive right in.
So, David, let me ask you, when you can't remember a word, what is one of the very first things that comes to your mind? What is a simple phrase someone can use in that moment?
Well, the simplest and most direct option is just to say, I forgot the word. Or you can say, I can't remember the word. It's completely honest, and most people will understand immediately.
Exactly. There is absolutely no need to feel shy or embarrassed about that.
That's a really good starting point, Emily. Being honest is always a strong choice.
And after that, you can add phrases like, what's the word for, or what do you call? For example, if you forget the word fork, you could say, I forgot the word. What's the word for that thing you eat with that has points?
Oh, that's actually very clever. You are describing the object instead of naming it.
Yes, describing the thing is a super useful strategy.
It shows that you are still trying to communicate, and it gives the other person clues to help you.
Exactly. It's almost like a little riddle.
And most people are happy to help because they understand that you are learning.
Another very natural phrase you can use is, it's on the tip of my tongue. This means you almost remember the word, but it just hasn't come to you yet.
Ah, yes, that's a classic expression. It sounds very natural in English.
It immediately tells the other person that you are close to remembering.
It also creates a moment of shared understanding, like, oh, I know that feeling.
Yes, it really does.
And after saying, it's on the tip of my tongue, you can then describe the word, just like before.
For example, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's a type of fruit, yellow and long.
And then the other person might say, banana.
And you can reply, yes, banana, thank you.
It becomes a nice, collaborative moment in the conversation.
And sometimes just saying it's on the tip of my tongue helps you relax a little.
Which can actually help your brain remember the word more easily.
The pressure of trying too hard often makes it even harder to remember, so relaxing and using these phrases can really help your memory.
That's very true, Emily. Now, what if you simply need a moment to think? Is there a polite way to ask for that?
Absolutely. You can say, just a moment, please, or let me think for a second. These phrases are polite, natural, and give you a little time to search for the word.
Exactly. You don't need to rush or panic.
And while you're thinking, you can also use a simpler word or a synonym if you can't remember the exact one.
For example, if you can't remember the word delicious, you could say very good or tasty.
That's a fantastic point, David. Using simpler words keeps the conversation flowing instead of stopping completely.
It shows that you still have good vocabulary even if you can't recall the perfect word in that moment.
Exactly. And if you forget the word expensive, you could say not cheap.
It might not be exactly the same, but it still communicates your meaning, and that's what really matters.
The most important thing is to keep communicating and not stop talking because of one forgotten word.
That's a very encouraging message. It's all about maintaining the flow of the conversation.
Another helpful strategy is using gestures or body language.
Sometimes a simple hand motion can say a lot.
For instance, if you forget the word stir, you can make a stirring motion with your hand.
Yes, nonverbal communication is incredibly powerful.
It often helps both you and the other person understand or even remember the word.
It's almost like your body is helping your brain.
And it can even add a little humor to the situation, which makes everyone feel more relaxed.
Because in the end, communication is not just about words, it's about connecting with people.
So, David, what if someone wants to ask for help directly, but isn't sure how to say it politely?
A very simple and natural way is to say, "Could you help me with a word?" Or, "What's the word for?" and then describe what you mean.
For example, you could say, "Could you help me with a word? It's a place where you buy books."
That's clear, direct, and very polite, and it invites the other person to help you.
Exactly. Most people feel happy to assist, and you get the word you need, so everyone wins.
Another very useful strategy, which people often forget, is paraphrasing.
Yes, paraphrasing is a powerful skill.
It means explaining the same idea in different words.
So instead of saying, "I forgot the word for refrigerator," you could say, "I forgot the name of that big cold box where you keep food."
Exactly. You are working around the missing word instead of getting stuck on it.
It shows flexibility and creativity in your English.
And very often, either you will remember the word yourself or the other person will guess it from your description.
It also builds your confidence because you are still successfully communicating your message.
It's like being a detective with words.
Yes, a word detective. I like that.
Now, what if you are in a situation where you really need the exact word and no one is helping you?
That's a good question, David.
For example, if you are alone or in a test situation.
In that case, if you have your phone, using a dictionary or translation app is completely fine.
You can simply say, "Excuse me, I need to quickly look up a word."
That's very practical advice. Technology is there to help us learn.
It's a learning tool, not cheating, and it's much better than getting completely stuck.
And even if you don't have your phone with you, there are still ways to keep going.
That's right. Sometimes you can think of the word in your native language and then try to translate it into English in your head.
Even if your translation isn't perfect, it can still give you a helpful starting point.
Exactly. And another useful trick is to think about the context of the word you're trying to remember.
For example, what situation are you in right now? What topic are you talking about?
Those details can sometimes help unlock the word you're searching for.
Our brains often connect words with specific situations or experiences.
So if you're talking about cooking and you forget a word, try thinking about other cooking-related words. That might trigger your memory.
That's a really helpful tip.
Now, what if you are really stuck and just want to move on with the conversation?
There's a polite way to do that, too.
You can say, "Anyway," or "moving on," to signal that you're continuing without that specific word.
For example, you could say, "I forgot the word for that. Anyway, it was very beautiful."
That keeps the conversation flowing instead of stopping completely.
You acknowledge the missing word, but you don't let it derail the whole discussion.
It also tells the other person that they don't need to keep guessing or trying to help you with that word. You're ready to move forward.
So, to summarize some of the key phrases and strategies we've talked about so far,
We have, "I forgot the word," "I can't remember the word," "What's the word for," and "What do you call it?"
we also have, "It's on the tip of my tongue. Just a moment, please. And let me think for a second."
Plus describing the word, using simpler words or synonyms, using gestures, asking for help directly, paraphrasing, looking it up, and finally just moving on.
That's a lot of useful tools.
There really are so many helpful tools, and they can make a big difference in real conversations.
Absolutely. But even more important than the phrases themselves is the message we want our listeners to take away.
And that message is this: don't be afraid to make mistakes or forget words.
It's completely natural. It happens to everyone who is learning a language.
Every fluent English speaker you admire today was once a beginner who also forgot words.
Exactly. Learning a language is a journey, and there will always be little bumps along the way.
Forgetting words is just one of those bumps, but it doesn't mean you're failing.
What really matters is that you keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep trying.
Think of these moments not as mistakes, but as chances to practice problem solving in English.
You are learning how to be flexible, creative, and resourceful with your language.
And the more you use these strategies, the more natural they will become.
Eventually, you'll use them automatically without even thinking about it.
And that will make you feel much more confident when speaking.
So, our advice is simple. Embrace these moments instead of fearing them.
They actually show that you are pushing yourself and actively using English.
Don't let one forgotten word silence you or stop you from speaking.
Keep your voice strong, stay calm, and keep the conversation flowing.
We truly believe in all of you. Every time you try to speak, you are improving.
Even if your English isn't perfect, you are still making real progress.
Because in communication, the goal is not perfection, it is understanding.
If you can get your message across, then you have succeeded. And using the phrases and techniques we've discussed today will really help you reach that goal of clear communication, even when you feel a little stuck.
So, the next time you're speaking English and a word slips your mind, take a deep breath and try one of these strategies.
You might be surprised by how much they actually help.
And don't forget to laugh about it sometimes. A little humor can make a difficult moment feel much lighter.
Most people understand that learning a language is challenging, and they appreciate your effort.
Exactly. We hope this episode has given you useful tools and, just as importantly, a lot of encouragement.
We want all of you to feel confident and comfortable when you speak English.
That is always our main goal.
The more you speak, the easier it becomes, even the parts about remembering words.
Practice really is the key.
And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep communicating and connecting.
Well, David, this has been a really helpful conversation.
I think our listeners will feel much more prepared for those moments when words suddenly disappear from their minds.
I hope so too. Forgetting words is very common, and now they know how to handle it calmly and confidently.
So to all our listeners, remember these phrases. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and don't let a forgotten word stop you.
You've got this.
And we'll be back next time with more tips and tricks for your English learning journey.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Mr. Daily Speak English.
It was a pleasure as always, Emily.
And thank you to all our amazing listeners for tuning in and spending your time with us.
Before we go, we have one small request.
If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, please leave a comment below.
Tell us about a time you forgot a word in English. What happened and how you handled it.
Your stories help us understand what you need and what topics you'd like us to cover next.
And they help build a supportive learning community where we can all grow together.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to Mr. Daily Speak English so you don't miss our future episodes.
We post new content regularly to help you improve your English.
And sharing this video with your friends or anyone learning English would mean a lot to us.
Every like, share, and comment helps our channel reach more learners like you.
Your support truly makes a difference.
So thank you again for listening and being part of the Mr. Daily Speak English family.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Bye, everyone. Keep up the great work.
See you next time. Happy learning.